This is an 8-pack of lithium-ion rechargeable AA sized batteries with a 4-port charger. I was sent this to review for free. If you wanted to purchase it, the MSRP on this guy is $40, but I've seen it with a $15 coupon, so maybe you can get this as low as $25. Alright, so in the box we have this little portable charger and case. It has a USB-C charging port, and they include a USB-C to USB-A cable. And so inside this case there are 4 of these batteries. You also get this little plastic carrying pack with 4 more of the batteries. So there's 8 total AA sized batteries. Now these batteries have a lithium-ion battery inside, and they have a circuit that will step down the 3.7 volts down to 1.5 volts. And the label claim here is it's 3.7 watt-hours of capacity per battery. So you can only charge 4 of them at a time, but you get a total of 8 batteries here. So the writing on the bottom here says the model is TF-CD056CE-AA. This little charger here will accept 5 volts, and it says it takes 2 amps in, and it says it will charge each of the batteries at 0.35 amps. So you have a total of about 1.25, 1.3 amps total going into the batteries here. Okay, I'm plugging in the charger with a USB-C power delivery phone charger here, and so it has negotiated the 5-volt level, and it is drawing 1.46, basically 1.5 amps, so it's charging at about 6.9 to 7 watts. And all 4 batteries have a green flashing light, which means they are in the process of being charged. When those lights turn solid, then they're fully charged. So I've set the watt-hour meter to 0. We'll see how much power it takes to charge these guys up to see, from the factory, how discharged were they. Okay, from the factory, it took 9 watt-hours to charge up 4 of these batteries. So that's a little less than 3 watt-hours each. Now I have the other 4 in this discharger here, so we're going to discharge them all the way down until the BMS turns off the connection between the battery and the external contacts. And they're having no trouble producing 700 milliamps. That's the most that my current discharger can pull out of them. Alright, I've fully discharged these 4 batteries. Alright, I tested all 4 of these batteries and they are at 0 volts. So that indicates they've been discharged so far that the BMS has disconnected the internal lithium-ion cell from the contacts on the battery. So I am going to put these fully discharged batteries into the charger and turn it on and charge them. And so this guy here has detected that all 4 batteries need charging, and it is charging all 4 batteries. It's drawing 1.45 amps, and so about 7 watts here. We have 0 watt-hours on the counter, and we will see how many watt-hours it takes to charge all 4 of these batteries fully up. Okay, these 4 batteries are fully charged, and to do that it took 19 watt-hours. So I've discharged the other set of 4 batteries. Okay, so these 4 batteries are charged, and it took 19 watt-hours. So that's approximately 4.75 watt-hours per battery to charge them. They claim 3.7 watt-hours of capacity. So that's about 75-77% of the power that went in to charge them up, which seems reasonable given efficiency losses in charging. And presumably they can also produce about, 3.3, 3.5 watt-hours coming out. So they appear to meet their specifications. The charger here is working on all 4 slots. I've seen some other chargers that look like this where sometimes some of the slots stop working. But in this particular charger, it appears that all 4 slots are actively working and can charge the batteries. Open and close it, and it seems to detect, well, there we go. All 4 slots are detecting batteries. Now it's starting to charge again, but I suspect that they're going to be, saying, oh, they're fully charged already, because you see this one's already solid. And I suspect if I waited here another minute or two, some of these other guys are going to go solid again, because it restarted the charge cycle, but those batteries really don't need charging again. So yeah, we have 3 of these guys have realized, hey, we're fully charged, and there's only 1 flashing now. So these guys are about the same watt-hour capacity as a NiMH battery. The advantages here is that as lithium-ion, they might be a little bit lighter weight, and they might have more cycle lives, and they can presumably push more amps. So I think the real advantage here is a place where you need a lot of amps, so like a camera flash or a video camera that's taking a lot of power, or maybe a remote controlled car that drives around and wears batteries out really fast. I've put some batteries like these in a remote control, and they've lasted a couple of months, so the self-discharge rate isn't too bad. I wouldn't expect them to last on a shelf for super long, because they do have an active battery management circuit that's stepping the voltage down from the 3 volts to the 1.5 volts. But I think they're very good to use in high draw applications.